Um, Good evening, everyone. What's up? Just ate a satisfying meal, topped it off with a measly dessert. It's Mr. Hata speaking. Today is April 25th, 2015. It is 6:49 p.m. Tonight is Saturday night. This is the second Saturday night live stream that we've ever had. And right now, it's such a wonderful day outside, a day not to be forgotten of. We're on Skype right now with Duncan Burden. Hang on. Just have to call Duncan back. Crap. Alright. Dang it, we don't have anyone to call right now. Dang it, who are we going to call? Alright, we'll call Christopher Hammond. Maybe he'll pick up. Come on. What the heck? Come on. We're just looking for guests right now. Sadly, Duncan Burden's not here to join us, sadly. Duncan just hung up on us. Tyler's gone. Who on earth are we supposed to even have now in our live stream? Okay, let's see. They're not picking up. Crap, Chris hung up. Alright, who the heck are we going to now have in our live stream? Crap, looks like we're down to Zach Kotalik. Maybe he'll join. Alright, that call failed. We only have one guest left to call. Alright, looks like he's not picking up either. Don't mind that in the background. We're just looking for people to join the live stream. Oh dear, we have like no guests now. Who are we going to even have? Is there anyone to join the call? Nope. Looking for people. There's like nobody available right now. Dang it, Zach's not even here. Yeah, but then Duncan just hung up all of a sudden, and then like, yeah, but Duncan's like call dropped and they became busy all of a sudden. Now we have no one in the live stream now. Crap, we don't even have anybody now to call. We're looking for people to call. There's nobody to call right now. That's the problem. We can't do a live stream without people in it. All right. So it looks like we have nobody right now. Who are you even gonna have in our live stream then? Very sorry. Finally, where have you guys been?
Wait a second. Oh crap! You're turning off, Tyler. Yeah, I can't turn on my screen now. Do you have
Good, you guys are there.
Computer? Do you have your computer? No, I'm on mobile, sadly.
Good, you guys are there for a live stream. Yes, so we have like nobody for a live stream.
Well, actually, bud,
We have nobody. Everyone hung up on us.
He hung up on us.
Duncan just disappeared all of a sudden. Duncan disappeared.
Well,
Duncan got off the
but
call.
can we do the live stream?
Never mind.
Wait,
Goodbye, Tyler, then. Yeah, we're just in a live stream. We're looking for guests in the live stream. What's going on? Technical difficulties.
This is not cool.
Computer's is being slow right now as a snail.
Well, your computer is being slow?
Apparently, we were supposed to...
Annoying.
It is annoying.
What is going on? This is really starting to get to me.
Everybody's offline right now. That's what's up. Why does Tyler keep disappearing from the call? Just don't call Tyler. He's busy right now.
Okay, this is making me mad.
All right.
Making me mad too. What the hell, people? Anyways,
yeah.
Kevin's calling a little bit because
yeah,
I'm showing random tapes.
That's fine. Just call me in a little bit then.
Okay. Goodbye.
Goodbye then. See you gentlemen later. All right, maybe we'll have another guest. Sorry about that. Tyler TriStar 2 is back, and Brandon are talking about tapes. Very sorry for those technical difficulties. We just don't have any Skype guests for this. We'll try to invite a couple people. All right, let's see. Hang on, if there's Edward. So yeah, we're just looking for Skype guests right now. We don't have any Skype guests right now for this call. Everybody's off. Despite that, we have 40 people in our contacts. Hang on, sorry. Okay, yeah, we're just can't. Crap. Sorry. Yeah, very sorry we don't have anyone for this call. Come on, there's got to be somebody that's available. Crap, is there anybody we can even add to this live stream? Dang it, we don't even have anyone to add to this live stream. Oh, dang it. How are you even going to do this live stream now? Alright, let's just try to call a few people right now. Yeah, we need guests right now. Call to Rich 4270. All right, let's see here. All right, we'll just invite a guest for the live stream. Since we don't have any other guests, sadly. It is a very big disappointment. Without this, we can't really do any videos at all now. Sorry. All right, why on earth is there nobody online? All right, so it looks like there's nothing you can do in this live stream. So what is there even to talk about? Yeah, we have nobody on right now, sadly. No. How are we gonna do this live stream now? You know what? Maybe it's time to do another video right now, maybe, since there's nobody in the live stream at all. Alright, why the heck is nobody even on right now? Dang it, we have like nobody on this live stream now. You know what? gonna leave for right now. We'll be back later. Sorry, we don't have anyone to even do this with. Very sorry about that. All right, I am back. Let's continue this live stream, shall we? Yeah, we're gonna make a few videos right now. Here's a few food review videos. I'm gonna do the 440th review. Good evening, everyone. What's up? Just ate a satisfying meal, topped it off with dessert. This is Mr. Hot speaking. Previously, there was a review on homemade bubble tea. Today's a 440th review, and today's a review on Rocky Road ice cream. Rocky Road ice cream is ice cream that has marshmallow swirls and little chunks, bite-sized almonds in it. It is nice and hard. The marshmallow swirls look like marshmallow fluff or melted marshmallow goo, and it looks like a beautiful masterpiece with chocolate ice cream with lines of marshmallow or marshmallow patterns in it, made to perfection. Cannot smell. It's pretty cold. This is from Seneca Farms. It has a nice marshmallow design. The white's marshmallow, the brown's chocolate. Let's go. Mmm. 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 Chocolate ice cream with a hint of marshmallow in it. Mmm. Marshmallows are pretty addictive after all. Sorry if one can't see well. That's the closest we can get. Yep, it's melting. Ooey gooey marshmallow goodness. Very messy ice cream. Mm. The right concoction of chocolate, marshmallows, and almonds make this an addictive treat. The rocks are the almonds. The marshmallows can be also rocks on the road, and then the chocolate's supposed to represent dirt. That's why it's called Rocky Road. But Rocky Road can also be done with cashews too, or pecans if one wanted. Overall, 10 out of 10. It's all just safe for this review. See you on the 441st review. Good night. So that, my friends, was a review on Rocky Road ice cream to pass time. Let's eat this boy up. Mm. Mm. Angel food cake, strawberries, and Rocky Road as dessert. Mm. Good evening, everyone. What's up? ASS Fine Meal topped it off with the music dessert. This is Mr. Hot speaking. Previously, there was a review on Rocky Road ice cream. Today's a 441st review, and today's a review on a strawberry. This is a perfect summer fruit of ripe red goodness. It's a very sweet smell. Bright red, looks like a Valentine's tree. Got nice seeds. These are a great fruit for the summer. They go on smoothies and desserts too, to top off ice cream and cakes, smoothies. So let's go. Mmm. Mmm. Juicy sweet goodness. Overall, 10 out of 10. Dollars to stay for this review soon. 442nd review. Good night. Angel food cake. We have a Skype call now. Yes. Yes, we have a Skype call finally. Hey, gentlemen. What happened? All right, tower's out. Looks like it's just us for the live stream. We've already started the live stream. We started like right after your drop called. So I've been taking over. There's nobody online tonight at all for some reason. I don't know what everyone else is doing. So what do you want to talk about tonight? It's up to you. You choose the topics. I have to use the bathroom real quick. I'll be right back. All right, I'm back.
Oh, there's something to tell you.
Yeah.
Go Anime Studios has recently announced further plans in the Go Anime Early universe.
Ugh. What on earth is up with grounded videos being an epidemic on YouTube now? They are an epidemic, aren't they?
Now the Go Anime grounding movies are shooting.
Oh, those aren't even movies.
And they announced that there's going to be one that's basically like the Avengers of all the grounded movies. And you know what it is? The Troublemakers.
You know what? Alex Kimball himself is a troublemaker.
And you know, guess who they announced is going to direct it?
Yeah. Who's
Michael Boo.
Oh, ew. Computer technical difficulties again. Looking for people to join this live stream with us. Bad news for sure.
Ew, bad users.
Oh, ew. Those are bad users. The only good users are you guys. That's about it. They're say they're good users to get people's attention, I bet.
6 more days. I'm excited because 6 more days is going to be the big one. Avengers Age of Ultron's coming out.
Oh, is that going to be a cool movie? Dang it, 2 people responded no to the live stream. Like, why? We're not so fortunate at all tonight. You're so slow right now.
Yeah, it's like annoying.
It's annoying. It's very annoying. Good. Getting views finally on certain videos.
Are you getting views on some videos?
Our least favorite shows from yesterday, you weren't really there. That got 31 views so far. The live stream got 44 views from yesterday. It said that like nobody wants to join tonight. It looks like it's just us taking over for tonight.
What's your opinion on the film critics Golden Ebert?
I've never seen it. You?
Yeah, I had, and they both give out pretty good points. It's too bad they're both dead now.
Oh yeah, it's rather disappointing.
Don't mind me, I'm just watching an episode from them.
Oh, that's okay. People are online.
For this.
Alright, I'm inviting someone, hopefully. So Duncan, what is Tyler doing with you guys? What happened to your call? Did it drop? Yeah, sorry, Livestream got so boring. There was just nothing to talk to about. So what's been going on just recently in general for you, other than those horrible so-called movies?
I wonder what their opinions would have been on these new movies.
Ugh.
I bet they thought they would have been bad.
To be honest, you showed me that one movie that looked like Minecraft. That's going to be horrible. That one called Roblox, whatever his name was. That movie's about to fail. Not talking about really a game, though. We're just talking about a movie that looks like a game. No, there was that movie that you said that was supposed to come out in 2015 that looked like a bunch of squares, whatever it was. Oh, that movie's going to be terrible.
Yeah. 2 words. Adam Sandler.
Oh, ew.
Ugh. I wonder what Cisco and Everett's opinion would have been.
Oh, that movie's bound to fail. We already know that, for sure.
I bet they would suck.
Pixels more poop souls. Already thinking when they made a movie like that. It's sad how we barely even have anyone tonight. That's why we need to get more Skype people on our contacts list. You know what's ridiculous, Duncan? Have people ever unsubscribed to you? That's ridiculous. Like, we didn't even do anything to those people, and they just unsubscribed for us for no apparent reason, or they don't even come up with a reason why they unsubscribed. Well, it doesn't matter anyway, they're just there. They wouldn't even be fans of us then.
They might have accidentally subscribed to us.
Sadly. Not subscribing to any big channels, they don't deserve it. And they're so self-centered anyway, most of those channels.
Aside from me, what's the first thing you think of when you hear the word crank? Oh, get on the screen! Alright, aside from me and the nerd, what's the first thing you think of when you hear the word crank?
Is that Craig guy that was bullying Chris Thornton?
Yeah, that's a nostalgia Craig talking about stuff.
Nostalgia.
Half-naked violinist running down the street showing it's funny. And to be honest, I'll include you. They're probably the best known movie critics in all of media. Their trustworthy tagline, thumbs up and thumbs down, is still being used even today. What is it about them that's so damn memorable? It's ironic that the lasting impression movies leave on them creates a lasting impression that these two leave on us. Don't try to understand that sentence your brain wants to. So what is it about them that always kept us watching? Well, let's take a look and find out. This is my official tribute to my favorite critics of all time, Gene Siskel and Roger Ebert. As a television show, the Captain started in 1975 on PBS. It was our local show co-opening soon at a theater near you, which was later announced in previews.
Talk about something. We gotta talk about something. Just so we want to talk about. Crap, this is sad. We don't have enough guests. What? Alright, yeah, I'll go to it soon. Well, we'll have Duncan take over to Skype the live stream. So what's up, Duncan? Why does Tower think it's so important just to show tapes one at a time to people? Ugh. You know what's really annoying? People who are too afraid to talk on Skype even with their own voice. That's just, why do you even have a Skype then if they're not even going to do that? Be outside for a little bit. Ugh. So what are you doing tonight, Duncan? There's nothing really to do, just wipe crap down. That's it. It's very disappointing how we have like nobody right now. We have 40 contacts and like nobody's available. So let's see. Hopefully, Tyler will really come up with a cool topic to speak about tonight. Yeah. Hopefully, Brandon will be on. It was actually a nice day today. It's right now. It's like 7:30. We broke 4 hours on our Google live stream last night. Hopefully, we can have an all day one someday. Go play some videos or like music if you want. That's cool. You have fun, man. I'll be back in a bit. All right, yo, just gonna have a little dessert right now. Good evening, everyone. What's up? Just ate a satisfying meal, topped it off with a me's dessert. This is Mr. Hata speaking. Previously, there was a review on strawberries. Today's a 442nd review and 41st review, and today's a review on burnt marshmallow. This was set in a fire pit. Black looks like charcoal. Got sticky sides. 80 calories a piece. Smells very burnt, very flaky, very fragile, very sticky, soft. Has a soft outside, but a harder inside. We're gonna take this out. Sorry for technical difficulties. Okay, so this is the marshmallow. Very, very fluffy. Wow, this is really making a mess. Mm. Very sweet and chewy. Mm. Mm. Overall, 10 out of 10. That's all there is to say for this review. C1 on the 443rd review. Good night. Hey, what's up, everyone? Yeah, let's see if we have anyone to call. Crap, is there anyone online? Come on, Chris. Try to call Chris. Oh, come on, Chris. Pick up, man. We don't have enough people in our live stream at all. Hang on. Sorry, we just don't have any guests right now. Alright, forget it. He ain't picking up. Alright, forget Chris. Hang on. Who else is there? Oh dear, why not? Oh dear. So it looks like we have like almost no guests tonight. What on earth is up with that? So let's see. How the heck are we going to even do this now if we have like no guests tonight? Oh dear. No guests at all tonight. We have not a single guest. We've only had Duncan Burden. Alright, let's see what's going on. Hopefully we can get some other guy on. Dude, yes, good. Finally. We haven't had a guest all night for a live stream. How have you been, man? Yeah, what happened to you? You hung up accidentally yesterday. What's up?
Hey, can you hear me?
Yep, I can hear you.
Okay, I just want to make sure the headphone mic was working.
What? I gotta give you Jamar's names. Jamar wanted to add you to Skype. 2. Dang. Well, we got 1 month left of college for this semester.
That's good.
It's nice that you have evenings off from work, isn't it?
Oh, hell yeah. I freaking hate working nights.
Going to school nights isn't too bad. Depends. The problem.
So that's what
Oh, sorry. Oh, you were going ahead. Very sorry for interrupting you, man. As you were saying.
I was just gonna say, like, that's gonna be the good thing when I return to school, because I'm gonna be doing online classes, so I choose my own schedule for learning.
Choose my own schedule too. Don't take school on Fridays.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah. When are you going back to college?
I'm not sure yet. I'm still trying to decide on exactly when. Because like I want to try and get some of my debt paid off beforehand from going to school and dropping out. So I want to try and get some more of that paid down before I decide to return.
Oh, is that why you're working now? Is that why you're working now and not going to school right now?
Well, I mean, I've been working the entire time, but like it's mostly just to have extra money to work with, because it seems like whenever I'm in school, I have to have my hours cut back, and I'm not making enough money to pay my bills. Well, now I'm making enough money to both pay my bills plus, once I get a little bit more of this debt paid down, I'll be able to, maybe pay a little bit less on my student loans and less on everything else, so that I can finally start actually saving money back. Because the next time I go to school, I want to be able to be paying on it while I'm in school. I want to be able to make a monthly payment while still working, getting decent hours, and still, I mean, it's going to be 3 days a week full time for classes, which is not bad.
Oh no, not at all.
So it'll help me out, because it's 3 days a week. I can learn I can learn at my own pace. Plus, I can, I have plenty of time to work on my projects before they're due to be submitted. Because if I'm not mistaken, I will never have the same class twice in a week. So that gives me an entire week to get everything done and submitted.
Oh yeah. Thank goodness that school's not every single day in college, thank goodness.
Oh my god. When I was actually in college, it was every single day.
But I mean, having the same class like 5 times a week, that'd be horrible.
Oh my god. What they would do to me is I would have the same class 2 days in a row, and you would have only the evening after class to work on that project. And it's so stupid. It's like, why are you going to have this class 2 days in a row with little to no time to work on the project? They know that the students work evenings, and they have to be up at 6 a.m. for class that day for that particular class, the following day. So I wake up at 6 a.m., I'm going to class, I get done with class, and I go straight to work, and then I want to go to fuck to sleep. I don't want to, stay up all night working on a project, because I have to wake up at 6 a.m. again. So it's stupid. It really is.
Our class starts at 8 for some of us. So yeah, we take them early, so we don't have to take them in the afternoon. That's why we do some of our classes in the morning.
Yeah, and I preferred having morning classes, but I mean, whenever I start school again, since I'm now working mornings, I'll mostly be doing afternoons for classwork, and then I still have my evenings free.
Yeah, we get out in the middle of May. Classes, you choose. One class is once a week. Most classes are twice a week usually for an hour and a half. They're not too bad, because at least you don't have them 5 times a week. And at least you can do whatever hell you want in class, which makes it even better.
Yeah, I like whatever I want in class, like being able to actually work on a project, or if I'm all caught up in that class, being able to just sit there in the next class and do pretty much nothing.
Oh yeah, and it's like work on personal stuff in class. Yeah.
That's what I was doing when I was in school. That's exactly what I did. Any free time that I had during the class, because I got something already finished, I would be sitting there working on my own personal stuff. And I made some pretty unique stuff during my time there.
Just been writing mostly the past time, coming up with extra ideas.
Yeah, sometimes I would just like jot down an idea and then actually work on the project once I got home. This way I could work on it at my own pace and like, not feel like I'm being forced into doing something else. Just make it look like I'm working. When the teacher comes around to check on your progress, and the rest of the time just type up an idea or whatever.
Oh yeah. Yeah, same here. That's how to pass time school. I mean, we'd probably be shooting ourselves if we had to take classes 5 times a week, like the same class every day, all day. That would be literally torture.
I would kill someone. I legitimately would. I'd be like, no, fuck this.
We would probably set a store on fire if we had to do this. Deal.
I would be like, you know what? Okay, no one's looking. Is there a camera? No camera? Okay, pull the fire alarm and run. This way, it's like we get out of class for a little while, we're outside, we're making sure everyone's accounted for, and they'll have to give us extra time to work on the project.
It's pretty funny if that happens. Yeah. Sociology class is so forgettable. English class is pretty tough.
English, it's surprising. English is like one of the toughest classes.
And yeah, people still think it's easy, some of them. I'm just pretty much surprised with that.
I went into English class and I was like, oh man, this is going to be a piece of cake. And then they started teaching us about like certain things and I was like, what? They didn't teach me this in elementary school.
In high school, yeah. Like in college, like MLA formatting we have to do. We have to stay on topic for our essays.
Yep, I remember that MLA format and everything. I still actually use that today. Anytime I'm like, if I jot down an idea for a game, I'll write the story and the plot and everything in MLA format so that if I want to show it off as a project or an idea for a project, a company would be more inclined to look at it and say, yes, that's a good idea, and look at it and be like, this kid actually knows what he's doing.
Oh yeah, that's English class. You're learning something in English class, but you're forced to. All the other classes, no. There's some classes we're just not learning at all.
Yeah, and that's definitely how I feel about it. Like some of the classes you're not learning at all, but I'm trying to think of a good example. I mean, my speech class, like where you had to write speeches and everything, writing and presenting speeches, that I think was like, I didn't really learn anything. I learned one thing in that class, and that's don't wear a fucking dress on Halloween. I hated my life because I decided to wear that on Halloween, and Halloween was my speech day, and of course they made me get up in front of the class and give a speech.
All right, here's what was learned in my English class with Professor James Edward McCusker. He said that everybody will be forgotten 100 years from now, and then he said that most of what's written by college students is a pile of dog vomit. Pretty much correct.
Sounds pretty much accurate.
Yeah, because they just want everyone passing, I guess. They said if you know enough stuff, you'll pass pretty much. That's their motto.
Yeah, that's pretty much the way they explain it.
A few people dropped out of college because they couldn't write essays. A few people dropped out of college, I think. Not many, but a few did.
Yeah, I was able to write essays and everything pretty much without a problem. So, when it came to citing the information, that's where I ran into issues at, because sometimes I'd forget like one of the things in the citation that was actually necessary, and I'd misspell something in that, thinking that that's what it said. And I was like, I didn't know.
Yeah, math class, it's pretty tough.
When I'm reading, it's just I'm like really slow at reading, so yeah.
Same.
Yeah, I probably have like in today's standards, probably a first grade reading level. But when I was in high school, they said I had about a fifth grade reading level. But I had like I seriously, I feel like I have first grade reading level, because I could probably barely read a freaking Dr. Seuss book. You could probably hand me Green Eggs and Ham, and I'd be like, I only know what this says because I watched the video.
Yeah, it is absolutely ridiculous, though. Like, it's gonna be a long journey throughout college.
I know, man.
I mean, you're saving up to get back into it, and there's so many classes that feels like forever. Yeah, same here.
So I'm hoping that if I can actually get my project working, because I'm going to be going to school for game art and design. So if I can actually get this project up and running and get a really good beta going for it, where it's the way I want it laid out, is everything I intended to add in for the entirety of the game, I'm going to add in 4 levels. And this way you get your main 3 objectives, and then all of what you've learned from those first 3 levels will be incorporated into your final level, which has a boss fight and a bunch of things, hidden objects and hidden items and stuff like that. And it would be really, really awesome to do that, because it would look, it's going to look like just an 8-bit game, and that's good, because that's what I'm going for. An 8 or 16-bit game, but at the same time, I want it to be like a Mario-esque style game. So it's a platformer like the original Mario Brothers was, and it's a side scroller, so it's got that sense of familiarity that you otherwise don't get with games these days. And I plan to send that demo out to Nintendo and see what they think about it. Because if I can do that, then if I can do that and they actually like that project, and they actually accept it as something they'd be willing to, pay me to finish, then I would gladly move out to Redmond, Washington, and finish my schooling out there instead of starting school out here, because I pay 10 times more than I'm making now.
What's also ridiculous? The financial aid of community colleges. It seems like they don't want people not going to college because they don't have money.
Yeah, it's stupid.
I mean, seriously, how can that many people be on free lunch, financial aid, etc., when they have all those electronics at their houses? Well, you used to be on free lunch, but you even know about the welfare abuse system. You're not hypocritical like most people are about it.
Well, whenever I was on free lunch programs, I actually needed it.
Yeah, most people don't even need it at all. Most people don't. I mean, you're probably making more money than you used to now. But people don't need it. Most people don't need it at all now.
I mean, I would probably still accept it, because, most of my money goes towards bills. If you were offering me a free lunch program, I would accept only because it's saving me money on eating, so I can save that money for food instead of buying food with it, because I'm getting free lunches. I can put that money towards bills, get bills paid off faster, and still eat.
The problem with college, literally everybody's on financial aid, it seems like.
Well, I would love to meet the college student who could actually pay for it outright.
And then the teachers are trying to promote our taxes increasing. They want everyone to be on financial aid, it seems like. So they're trying to raise our taxes, it seems like.
That's basically what it is, and that's because the teachers and instructors and everything, they get paid as low as they can in this country. But in other countries, they're paid the same as lawyers and doctors, and that's the way it should be, because they actually want to teach people whenever they're actually being paid well. But if they're not being paid well, it's like their college education went to waste.
College professors make probably a decent amount compared to teachers.
Definitely a decent amount, but it's still, much less than they would like to make. And I understand, like, teachers and professors are all salary based, but I mean, still, if you're only making 30,000, 40,000 a year, that ain't really nothing. That's in some cases that might not even pay the bills. Depending on what kind of debt you're in, especially in terms of like college education and stuff like that.
Good, we got Tyler on the call. We got Tyler to talk with us now. Yeah.
What's that, man? The good news is I'm actually on my computer right now. Alright. Do you want to see some of the rarest tapes ever? I'm kidding. Stuff like that. You, Barney! You there? You, Barney's Great Adventure. You there? Hello? Are you doing the live stream? Hello? Oh, wow. See this?
What's up, Tyler?
So, are you doing the live stream right now?
Yeah.
So So shall we talk about
anything you want?
The only thing is, I do wish I would be able to show everybody on.
All right, after I told you our group call, I'm adding a guest for a group call. Hope you'll pick it up, because it keeps dropping every time I add people to it.
It's pretty sad.
Oh yeah. Yo, you're back, Kazuna. Yes, we're sorry your call dropped for some reason.
It's no problem. I thought it was my phone because whenever I went in to try and call you back, Skype crashed on me. So I was thinking it was just my phone being a piece of crap.
Thank goodness you're back. Yeah, Tyler, we were just talking about like college and how like dumb some of the stuff was, and that financial aid's being abused.
I just show our tapes.
You can talk about them if you want.
Yeah, so I'm on Google Plus right now. I'm on Skype.
Well, we're both on Skype, thank goodness. Our live stream's probably going to go to like 9. So yeah, Kazuna.
Streaming this?
Yeah, that's why we didn't ask too many questions. We were just talking about like school, like how it's garbage.
Oh, okay, I gotcha.
Yeah, it is garbage. I agree that.
Well, you don't know college yet. We both go to college. We both have a little college experience. Me and Kazuna. We were explaining how the financial aid system is abused.
Yeah,
Oh, you don't know about the financial aid system yet, but it got really abused now.
Yeah, I mean, I would still, like I said before, though, I'd really love to meet the person who can actually, who's our age, who just graduated high school, and can pay out of pocket for their entire 2, 4, 8, however many years of college they go for. I would love to meet that person because that person's obviously loaded.
My dad did that for me. That's like $5,000 a year for me. My dad saved up for that. That's the reason why. We don't get financial aid. We don't get any financial aid though, and he's glad we don't either.
Yeah, financial aid is a pain because there's so much interest building on it. At the end of it, you've paid pretty much for 2 college educations because it's building that much interest.
Oh, wow.
It's crazy though. Like all the people want it so badly. Look at how many forms are applied for it, and then the teachers are trying to promote higher taxes because of it. Come on, Tyler, eat up. So, Kazuna, how are the sandwiches going? You eating lots of sandwiches?
Sorry about that. That's my mom.
Oh, don't worry.
No big deal.
Yeah.
So, Kazuna,
Mom's gave me some food.
what did you guys have for dinner?
Some cheesy noodles with chicken Alfredo kind of with meat in it too.
Had marinated chicken. Had grilled chicken for dinner.
Yeah, that's gonna make me a special dessert later.
Oh yeah, desserts are pretty addictive. Even Kazuna would say so.
I eat dessert so much. I probably shouldn't eat dessert too much, but I can't help it. I just eat dessert all the time.
Then exercise
not all the
then.
time, but a lot.
Then we gotta exercise that. Well, Kazuna, you exercise enough at work. That's why you bring it off.
Yeah, every now and again, at work, I'm always running around the store. I'm always doing something. I'm always active. I very, very rarely even get a chance to sit down. A lot of times when I'm at work, I don't even get a chance to eat my lunch. I don't even get a chance to, take a half-hour lunch break to sit down, forget about work, do things. It's so rare that I get a break at work that it's not even worth, scheduling me for a break.
It's sad.
But that's good.
really
Then you
is.
can't gain. But at least you can't gain weight too much. Then at least it helps you burn off everything.
Yeah, definitely. And once this weather breaks, because today it was freaking snowing. Once this weather finally breaks, I'm gonna go out and start riding my bike again because that'll help me to keep off the weight and everything, and allow me to eat more desserts and not get fat.
It's snowing. It was snowing in your area.
Yeah, it wasn't all that bad snowing, but I work mornings, so I was up at like 6 a.m. And as I left the house, I went to go get breakfast. I go to the local Burger King, and as I'm coming up the hill to the Burger King, I'm like, what the fuck? Why is there... I look to the left to this grassy hillside, and I'm like, is that snow? And I'm like, it's snowing. I get up to the Burger King, I pull into the lawn. The entire lawn is covered in snow. I'm like, what the fuck? What is going on here? And I go inside, and I'm sitting down, and I'm just watching the snow come down. And I'm like, oh my god, I hate this.
Oh, by the way, in my area, there's actually thunderstorms expected later tonight. In my area, it's actually supposed to be thunderstorms.
Well, at least it's not snow. So
Yeah.
I can't believe it was snow. It was snowing this morning. It's freaking April 25th. It shouldn't be snowing.
I know. And in my area, you're not going to believe it actually snowed on May 11th and 12th in my area. Last year. May 11th and 12th.
It snowed 2 days ago in my area.
What area are you guys from?
It snowed on Thursday in Bud's area.
New York State. So we're pretty close. You live in Pennsylvania, so we both live pretty close, kind of.
How about you, Tyler? Where are you from?
I live really, really far from you two. I live all the way in Colorado.
I thought you were going to say Canada.
No, I'm in Colorado. Aurora, Colorado, which is really far. Let me see how far it is. Where are you guys from again? Let me see how far it is. I can Google it. How far?
I'm in Pennsylvania. I'm in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania.
All right.
Fairport, New York. We have to all meet one day, though. We just have to.
Yeah.
In Kazuna, we're both adults, so we can meet each other. Wait, why the heck is Brandon? Let Brandon to the call.
Oh, somebody's calling me.
It's Brandon. Just add him to the call. Never mind. We'll just add him to the call. Hang on, let me just get Brandon to the call. If I can, that is. All right, just add Brandon to the call.
How far is that? Let me see. Oh my gosh, 1,436 miles.
Kidding.
Oh, geez, that's pretty far.
I am not kidding. We all live like too far from each other.
Yeah, we do live pretty far.
And it's you guys that are helping. And you guys are helping the channel out too. Yeah, as you guys were saying. Oh, what's up, Brandon?
How about you?
Just on a live stream with two guests. This is Kazuna. That's our new guest, and then we're with Tyler again. So yeah, we were all talking about like how we live so far from each other, all of us.
It's like almost, it's almost 1,500 miles away, from us to Tyler. That's crazy.
That's crazy. And yeah, Kazuna, we live closer to each other than anyone.
What's the name of your channel, bud?
Mine's just Olivia Hata. That's all it is.
Hata. Wait, well, I didn't hear you.
Let me just put it in a chat box.
Hata.
I'll just put it in a chat box. Hang on.
Oh, and Brandon? What? Oh, do you guys want to know something?
Yeah.
I news. My birthday's coming up.
Yeah, in 20 days.
Yep.
We're pretty excited for you, man.
Yeah, happy birthday, man.
Yeah,
Yeah, 20 days.
Birthday, I should say.
Yours is in June, Kazuna.
Yep.
And mine's in July. It's nice that we're born during nice weather.
Yeah.
Hopefully, nice weather with the way it's going now. I'm starting to be wondering.
And because my birthday's May 14th, it's coming up.
Yeah, I wasn't subscribed to your channel. I need to subscribe.
I'm
And
subscribed to
Brandon's
yours.
is in September.
Yeah, September 99.
His is the 21st, I think, of September.
What on earth? Setting boys on fire. Yeah, we'll pop in. I'm gonna pop the descriptions of all of our channels so we can all get each other subscribed to. So I'm already subscribed to all three of you guys, but you guys should all subscribe to each other. Brandon 2. And then we got Mermaid Sarah 6.
Brandon, in a little bit, like in about 10 minutes, could I call you separately?
Yeah, me and Kazuna will just talk while you guys are away then.
Well, in 10 minutes.
That's cool then.
In 10 minutes, but not now.
Let me know when to hang up.
Because Brandon, I would like to continue with our discussion about rare tapes.
Oh, cool. Yeah.
That was really fun. Because that was really fun.
That's what we got in a live stream. We were just talking about tapes in a live stream yesterday night.
Yep.
Oh, good. We have you three still. Cool.
Mm-hmm.
You there, Kazuna?
Well,
You there, Kazuna?
Sorry?
Good, you're there. Good, you're still there. Cool.
there you are. There you are.
Good. Oh, yeah.
Sorry, my phone signal is like acting up today. I don't know what's going on with it.
Well, it's all right.
Laptop's being slow again, sadly.
Okay.
All right. See you, see you, Tyler.
Take care, Tyler.
Take care, man. Jamar's offline right now, sadly, but he wanted you to add him on Skype, Kazuna.
Okay, can you send me the stuff in the chat and I'll add everyone afterwards?
Yeah, those are just YouTube channel names. Well, your gaming channel subscribed to me already. I'm subscribed to all three of you guys. Yeah, let's see. Good, winter's over. It snowed like 3 days ago in my area, sadly.
Yeah, there was snowing this morning in my area, so.
It's nice that we don't live too far, so we could meet someday, possibly.
Yeah, so that's the good thing is like, now, if I was still friends with, this girl that I'd known a while back, I wasn't dating her, but I was really good friends with her. And I think I told you this story that, like, I bought her a 3DS for her birthday, and after I did that, she completely stopped talking to me. And she went out and got herself a new boyfriend.
Huh.
So, anyways, her mom used to go up to New York every year. If I'd stayed friends with her, I would be able to go up there and visit you because I know one day I was going to go up there with her and her family to because they go up by there every year. So I would have been able to go up with them, but since I'm no longer friends with her and she's still her.
We have about a day.
I'm not gonna mess about with trying to befriend her family after they already know that she doesn't really give a shit.
Yeah, some people are just difficult to get along with in general. Like, the special ed kids at our school were, like, nothing like the stuff we even talk about.
Yeah, I just say, I don't really have too much of a problem getting along with certain people, but when someone turns around and does something to, really get on my damn nerves, for example, one of my coworkers, I'm okay with everyone I work with. I had no problems with anyone. I could get along with every single one of them. And we would talk, we'd have random conversations all the time, no big deal. But this one girl that I worked with royally pissed me off. So this one day I was showing her how to do the candy stock rotation because I had, seen that she wasn't doing it the right way. She was putting the fresh stuff in front and the old stuff in the back. And I was like, no, that's not right. That's not how you do it. And I explained to her the process. I explained to her I'm not mad at her. I understood that she was a new girl. She had just started there. I'm not mad. I'm just trying to explain how it should be done to make the job easier on both you, on me, as well as, making sure that we're not poisoning our customers with expired food.
Expired food doesn't taste bad when it's candy, though.
So I explained this to her, and the manager comes up, and he was actually standing there the entire time. Knows for a fact I did not ever raise my voice, and I did not yell at this girl. He comes up to me and he's like, stop yelling at the new girl. And I'm like, what the hell are you talking about? I wasn't yelling at her. And, that was pretty much the end of it. I just, after he told me for the third time to stop yelling at her, I was like, you know what, fuck it. I'm not even going to say anything at this point. I'm just going to walk away. I walk away. I continue doing my work. I clock out for the day. I go home.
What did the new girl
days later,
do?
The new girl apparently told him that she felt like I was yelling at her. And he pulls me aside a couple of days later and tells me that it's not my job to tell her how to do her job. Well, yes, it kind of is. When you're doing the fucking job wrong, you need to be doing it fucking right, and you're being a bitch. Don't tell me how to do my job because you're the fucking store manager. I know how to do my job. I know what my job entails. And our job as retail workers is to train one another and to learn from one another. And if you don't want to learn from, someone who's been there for 2 fucking years, when you've only been here for 2 fucking weeks, don't fucking tell me that I'm yelling at you. I'm not yelling at you. I'm not harassing you. I am, well, he thought that she was going to call HR on me because she felt like I was yelling at her. Look, if you want to hear me fucking yelling at someone, you'll hear me yelling at someone. But what happened? Well, what happened is he just pulled me aside and, I refused to talk to her. Anytime that she's working, like she was working this morning. I'm sorry. I just came in. I missed the story. What happened? So I was trying to show this new girl how to do the candy stock rotation because, I work retail. We always really sell is candy. So, I was trying to show her how to do that because I walked up to her. She's doing it wrong, and I'm explaining to her I'm not mad at her. I know she's new. I completely understand that no one showed her how to do this. But if the store manager is going to give someone a task, they need to explain to the person how to do the task. Well, the store manager never told her how to do the task and never said anything to her when he saw that she was doing it wrong in the first place. And he was standing right there. So he knows that she was doing it wrong. Well, I explained the situation to her, and he comes up to me afterwards and says to stop yelling at the new girl. I'm like, wait a minute, I was never yelling at her. Well, he tells me again, stop yelling at the new girl. I'm like, I wasn't yelling at her. At this point, I'm starting to get pissed. And he says, stop yelling at the new girl. And I'm like, you know what, fuck this, and I walked away. A couple of days later, he pulls me aside and says that she felt like I was harassing her and that she actually felt like I was yelling at her. Oh my God. And so he was afraid that she was going to call HR on me. And I'm like, wait a minute, I've been here for 2 fucking years. I've trained multiple people in this store, and you're telling me not to train the new people because that one girl felt like I was harassing her? So I no longer talk to this girl.
How old
If
is
she
she?
asks me for help, I will help her, but I will not even so much as say hi to her anymore because she pisses me off.
How old is she?
I think she's like 16.
Oh, so she's a young one.
Yeah, she's a young one, but she is a bitch.
Is she hot at all?
Of course, that is a question I would have.
That's a question that's better left unanswered, but yeah, I would admit if she was of age, then yes.
Who is this, by the way? I don't believe I've met you.
I'm Kizuna, as Bud knows me as.
Huh?
This is a YouTuber.
Kizuna.
Kazoo? Okay.
Yeah, I'm
sorry, I'm not familiar with your channel.
My God, my microphone keeps giving me feedback.
It might be my end because I'm on my phone.
Yeah, I'm on my phone as well, but I'm using headphones too. That's the one good thing about having a set of headphones with a microphone on it.
I have hair like 3 monitors.
You know what? You know, how on earth do all 16-year-olds get a job so easily?
That's what I would like to know. When I was 16, I got a job working fast food, but only because my dad.
Oh, the feedback's still going on. Sorry. But I actually just got a job at Hershey Park as the show host, so I think it's easier to get a job when you're younger now.
How?
Hey, congratulations on the new job.
Yeah, thank you. I just did the department orientation today, and I'm going to be starting work next Sunday.
Very nice.
But yeah, like, I mean, like, you know, it's not necessarily just a thing about, it's not necessarily, and actually thinking about it, even before that, I've had a paper route for, I don't know, since I was maybe 12 or 13. So the better part of, I don't know, I'd say maybe about 3 or 4 years. But I mean, like, it doesn't even really have to do with age. It kind of has to do with, you know, just like, are you an idiot? Check yes or no.
Yeah, basically. I mean, as long as you don't bomb in the interview, typically you're going to get the job.
I've seen some people who have, like, really bombed interviews.
I know, I've done it before. I definitely have bombed interviews before.
Okay, sure. Dish.
Trying to think, what job was it that I bombed in the interview for?
Actually, how old are you now? Just curious.
I'm 22.
Oh, you're 22. Okay.
I'm 19. So we're all.
So you're like, I just like the way you were talking. I assumed you were like maybe in like your late 20s or early 30s.
Yeah, I do apologize if I like throw a ton of profanity into what I say.
No.
My tongue.
No, I curse all the fucking time.
Yeah, it's and especially working retail, you know, it definitely whenever like I can't curse in the store. So when I get home and something pisses me off, it's just out with the curse words.
Is that girl giving you problems still, even to this day?
Well, like I said, I don't talk to her anymore, so yeah, she can give me all the problems she wants. If she decides to call HR, there's nothing to go off of. I haven't said any fucking thing to her.
She ever apologized to you?
She ain't ever going to apologize for me. In fact, I think they more so want me to apologize to her, which that ain't happening either. It'll be a cold day in hell when I apologize to someone for their mistake. Fuck that.
Who's the other person in this call? I thought it was Taylor, but
Tyler Tristar 2 is back, and Brandon had to leave to do VHS tape discussions again.
Okay, that's where this was. So Tyler's in the call?
He was. Then he just left over some VHS tape.
Huh?
He just left because he wanted to talk about VHS tape to Brandon again.
So Brandon's gone, I take it as well?
Yeah.
I saw that Brandon was there, Taylor was there, I guess Tyler's there, or Tyler was there, and then, like, the other two people, I guess I don't know. So, yeah, I mean, like, you know, I just have no idea some of these people are in the first place. If you're that incompetent,
how are they that bad at school? How are they failing school and they still get accepted? How can people who are failing high school still get accepted?
Dude, the system is just so fucked.
Like, alright, I've applied for jobs. I've never gotten a single job before.
I mean, like, people can get, like, straight, you know, maybe, like, C minuses and still get, like, a really good SAT score. If that's the case, then you know the system's fucked.
Everyone just thinks school is too easy. That's the problem. Everyone just thinks everything's easy in this country, it seems like.
I don't know. The other thing is, like, okay, this feedback's really fucking distracting me. I don't know. Anyway, I'll just take my headphone off as I'm talking. Anyway, but, like, really, the point of the problem with, like, I think the other thing I've noticed is, like, even the people who get, like, you know, A's and B's, they're always like my friend, like my one friend, he's like really, like, he gets, like, you know, straight A's, straight B's, whatever. He gets, like, pretty good grades, but, like, he is just, like, academically, like, on a personal level is, well, I don't want to call him stupid or anything because he is my friend and I kind of feel I have to stand up for him, but, like, he's maybe not the smartest knife in the drawer.
Well, most people in general are not, though. Well, anyone can get good grades. Face it, anybody literally can get good grades. Most people suck in general, though. I mean, look at what life has become. And most people are being rude just because they've adapted to a certain type of life that shouldn't be even existent. That's the problem. Society.
Yeah, but, well, I mean, like, actually, my one friend, the one person I know is, like, a perfect example of that. Like, she's, like, this one,
America's spoiled rotten, though.
Like, she's white, but, like, she's, like, this ghetto, but she has kind of, like, a ghetto persona. And, because, like, she lives in, like, this crappy ghetto part of Florida. And, like, it's really sad just to, like, think, like, she could do anything, but instead, like, it's just wasted potential because she lived with these shitty people on a regular basis.
It is a surprise how this country is so rotten spoiled now.
Yeah, and I mean, like, granted, I love America, but I mean, like, we're still doing shit wrong.
Yes, we are.
We still do some shit wrong. I mean, like, granted, I mean, like, we still do some shit wrong, but I mean, like, granted, I still like the country. I still think that we're better than a lot of other countries out there.
Well, we're all eventually leaving this place one day for a while.
I don't know. Maybe we will, maybe we won't. That's for the future to tell.
I mean, I'm definitely considering, you know, like, leaving the country someday because I know that, like, the way things are going, I'm actually, you know, thinking at some point something's gonna happen. There's gonna be like.
We're gonna move to Kazuna. Not
enough people have subscribed to, like, you know, Democrat or Republican, you can have your own stance, but like, like the past elections have shown that the country is now primarily Democrat, and the past elections have shown that a lot of people are voting for democratic laws. I mean, like, hell, marijuana is being legalized in like even recreationally in certain states now. Gay marriage is, like, for the most part at this stage universally legalized. Medical marijuana is for the most part universally legalized. I mean, we're turning into a democratic country, and I think the majority of people, are kind of starting to agree with, at least agree with it. And I don't know if you're Democrat or Republican. I don't really care, but I mean, like,
I legitimately, I don't follow any politics. I don't care.
Okay.
I could say one way or another. Republicans are doing this right, but doing this wrong. Democrats are doing this right, doing this wrong. I don't vote for any.
I'm not saying the Democrats are perfect. I mean, like, the NSA shit, obviously, but I mean,
at least the one good thing is we're not communist rules. At least we have
communists. And here's the thing, like, I think communism probably could work, but the problem is, like, the people in charge are just absolutely incompetent at what the fuck they do. I mean, like, China under communist rule was pretty much dictatorship. North Korea under communist rule, I think still is. I think they still are under communist rule, actually. They are still under communist. Huh?
They are still under communist rule.
Okay, Cuba, that's pretty much a dictatorship at this stage. Granted, it's gotten a lot better, but it's still. I don't know if Fidel Castro is. I don't know if Fidel Castro is still alive, but I know he's not running the country anymore. I think it's his son who's running it.
Well, it always falls into the wrong hands, and then everyone dies because of it, pretty much. Like, those genocide, like the genocides that happened, like the one in Cambodia by Pol Pot, and then we all know about the Holocaust.
Of course.
Yeah. Trying to think. I know Russia is communist rule, but I don't think they're a dictatorship.
It's not communist ruled anymore.
No, it's not.
No, it's not.
I know that's where communism had started at.
Yeah, it's not communist anymore.
Germany.
It's not even communist anymore.
Well, yeah, communism was favored for the workers and peasants. They needed it because they were being treated fairly.
I think there's only really a handful of countries that are communist nowadays. And there's maybe I think it's Cuba, North Korea, and maybe Vietnam.
Okay, so it's being, in a sense, you could say it's being phased out.
Well, history isn't to repeat itself. The world is making effort not to repeat history, although it still exists in North Korea.
History is a very important. It's probably the most important.
There's a lot. History's
behind English, because okay, I kind of see it this way to start off with. There's a certain amount of things. There's a certain amount. What was I going to say? There's a certain amount of subjects in school that are necessary and many that aren't. Like science, science really only necessary if you're in if you're specifically going into that field. Otherwise, it should be an elective. Math, same thing. Basic math, yeah, that's obviously useful. I'd say algebra and up, though, is just unless you're going into that specific field, it should be an elective.
I definitely agree there. I know in some areas, I don't know about anymore, but I know in some areas, in some schools, depending on if it was public or private, some schools algebra is always elective and will likely remain elective, but I do know that a lot of schools it is mandatory, and I think it's still. I think that we should use. I think that algebra should be used because
I think, like, algebra is pretty useful, but once you go into, like, geometry and calc and, like, shit like that, it kind of starts to be like, yeah, well, if I'm, like, doing code or shit like that, yeah, I would use it.
Yeah, that's
otherwise, like, it should really just be an elective.
I completely agree there, and I mean,
But there's one subject I would say is the one subject I don't think should be an elective, and then the other subject that you could probably make a debate for, but I personally think it's useful, and that's English and history. English should not be an elective. That's the one class that should definitely not be an elective, because, like, you need to learn to communicate well, you need to learn to write well, to read well, in pretty much any job you get. Unless you're a trapeze artist.
That's why we take English 101 in college and language arts all 4 years, is so that we can expand our vocab base, 2, know how to write essays at an appropriate level, and 3, actually work on our speaking skills, maybe, and 4, whatever one can come up with. And we all just ramble. Like, if you hear a rant, people talk about themselves way too much in a rant and not enough about the topic. For heaven's sake, it's not about you, whoever's doing the rant. That's why most rants on YouTube sound like dog vomit. And plus, some of them don't even have body paragraphs at all. Like, there's no evaluation, no conclusion, just an intro, and that's it. It's just a weak intro. And
well,
it's a weak rant.
It depends who's doing the rant. Like, there's people like the Amazing Atheist and Razorfist who can do like a pretty good rant, more or less off the cuff, or at least doing notes. But I mean, like, there's if you don't have any idea of what you're talking about, if you're just like going into a tangent, just like out of the open, like all of a sudden it's just like, I feel like ranting about, pencil erasers. Fuck these pencil erasers, because, X, Y, and Z. If you're just doing that, if you have no idea what you're doing, you just like, you feel like, what, I'm gonna turn on the camera and just like rant about this, then yeah, of course it's gonna suck. Anything up the coast is gonna suck.
Take this example, grounded video. The rants on the people who make grounded videos.
Who?
Go anime stuff. Like, the people who make all Go anime videos, their rants are the worst rants in history. Their rants sound like a 2-year-old made them. And yet, people don't even understand that these rants have nothing that's even at an appropriate level for what their age is.
Oh, dude, like, what about like these idiots who use like Speakonia and like that speech programming Go
that's
anime?
annoying.
Like,
that is immensely annoying, and people who need that need to be punched in the face for that.
Dude, Speakonia should be like universally banned. Like, I'm not in favor of really banning anything. Like, like, I'm the kind of person who thinks that drugs should just universally be legal on the white market, but like, we need to fucking ban Speakonia.
Well, we need to ban lots of stuff. We need to ban. I'm not gonna say it to you because you're part of the newer generation, so it would not apply to you, sadly. But yeah, you know what I'm talking about, though. People are gonna make a fuss just because what they're doing is wrong, which pretty much is for most people.
Like, studies have shown, history has shown that banning things doesn't work.
Well, yeah, like Mexico tried to ban soft drinks in public schools, and it didn't work that well. Like, and they tried to they put like 1 peso tax on soda. There barely was even an improvement at all. Like, obesity is at a great level. Like, it keeps increasing because people aren't moving that much anymore and just addicted to food.
Well, that's just because laziness is. I don't want to. I don't want to sound. I don't want to sound like stereotypical. I'm not trying to sound like I'm like generalizing, but I mean, like, laziness kind of is in their culture. I don't mean that to be offensive. I don't mean that to generalize. It's just kind of true.
Oh yeah.
it's the whole thing with banning something though. It makes it more desirable. That's the problem.
Oh yeah,
I mean,
correct.
exactly. Like when we banned alcohol in the 1920s, what happened? Alcohol consumption went sky high, and the mobs who were behind the speakeasies and the shit like that. That went sky high. Same thing with the war on drugs. We now have more gangs, more gun violence, more thugs selling crack on the street.
Well, there are a bunch of drugs exchanged in back alleys now. How do the poor people even afford drugs now is a question. Like, where do they get the money from?
No, I think they just steal them. I think at some point they're just stealing them. But I mean, like, if you do that, you could arrest someone on two counts. You could arrest them on theft, or you could arrest them on, possession of drugs.
Well, I mean, another thing is that, some people who do drugs, what they do is they do a form of money laundering. In a sense, what they do is they steal an item, they sell it, that item gets them money illegally. They use that money to buy the drugs with. That drug dealer takes that money, buys a gift card with it. Now that money has completely vanished. There's no trace.
I'm sorry to interrupt. I need to step away for a second.
All right, you want to just talk then, Kazuna? Let's
I'm
see.
sorry?
Yeah, about this, like, it's a mystery how people are even getting those drugs if they don't even have money to begin with.
Well, like I said, either they're stealing things and selling them and, going this whole money laundering route, or the other thing is, the sad part is, and this is completely true, and, it is what it is, okay? I feel that the people on welfare need to be drug tested randomly.
Well,
completely, totally randomly.
Period. The welfare needs to stop. Like, how on earth do all these kids are able to go back to their home countries for vacation? Plane tickets aren't cheap. And plus, how come they're not starving at home? Like, teachers are lying to students, saying that's their only meal, the lunch and a breakfast, when they're eating fine at home. Well, they're not eating healthy. They're probably just eating chips and snack food, not enough vegetables. But how can they have all those electronics, the tablet, the Xbox? They have like 10 probably electronic systems in their house. Well, they don't live in a great house, but they still have a lot of stuff for the house they live in, though.
Well, yeah, and that's the thing is, welfare is overly abused, and not to mention the fact that the people on welfare, a lot of them are buying drugs and alcohol, and it's a waste of taxpayer money. The working class, the three of us, we're part of the working class. We work or we go to school, and our money, part of our money from our paychecks is going to that.
Here's the problem with that. Like, I think most people can pretty much agree. Anyway, I think most people can kind of agree that, like, the welfare system is, flawed. I think the problem is that I think there's just, there's so many different solutions on how to fix it. One group can say, okay, do this, and this, and then the other group will say, no, that's wrong, we need to do this, and this. So the problem is not, I think the problem is not that, people are, not realizing that it's flawed. I think the problem is that people are realizing that it's flawed, but we're in totally different directions on how to fix it.
And it doesn't help that there are so many different ways to fix it. I mean, you can fix part of the problem by random drug tests. Random drug tests will show, X amount of people are on drugs. Now, they've actually taken this, they've tested it in a couple of states, I don't remember which ones. They took that and they did that, but they only did a pre-welfare screening. And, any drug addict knows that what you do is 2 weeks before you want to go apply, You take stuff, you keep your system clean, you don't do any drugs for 2 weeks, you cleanse your system using over-the-counter drug, cleansing things, and then you can go for screening and it won't show up in your system. Great. You just found a way around the system, and only 1% of the people who applied were actually found to be on drugs because they didn't know that was going to happen.
It is crazy,
they were
though.
expecting to be tested. Well, here's the thing. Don't just do a drug test before you can apply for it. What it needs to happen is you need to be limited to this amount of years on it. You need to be, showing proof that you're looking for a job while you're on it, or have the welfare department help you look for jobs while you are on it. Say you need to go to this interview, and this interview in order to actually, stay on welfare for X amount of years, let's say 2 years, and you need to, the entire time that you are on welfare, be drug tested randomly, not just once a month, but just completely randomly. So just out of the blue, they can knock on your door and say, hey, you need to go, and piss in this cup, and we're going to send it out for sampling. That's what they need to do, is just randomly start, doing that. That would find X amount of people on welfare, and now that welfare is being freed up for the people who actually need it, because that person is now off welfare. They're never getting it back because they were found to have drugs in their system.
And look at how people blow off welfare and eating out at fast food restaurants so much. Not kidding. You can ask.
Like I said before, welfare is just abused. It is completely, totally, overly abused.
Everything, this country's so spoiled than it used to be in the 60s. I mean, this country wasn't spoiled at all until maybe the 90s. It was kind of, but by the 2000s, by 2006,
Yeah, well, it's basically when everyone was in fear for their life because, some idiots crashed some planes into some buildings.
Yeah, we fear what's going to even happen in 2020, though. Yeah, it's probably going to be a dangerous world once we get to 2030.
Yeah, like on some cases, I feel okay, I think we're gradually getting better, but on the other hand, we're kind of gradually getting worse.
It's like we're improving in some aspects and
technology.
Going downhill in others.
Yeah, and I don't know. So wait, so is this the kind of stuff you do on your channel, or?
This is a live
stream. What do you do on your YouTube channel?
Who's that directed to, me or him?
Actually, I don't know of any of your channels.
I know you, Logan. I know you through Tyler. Kazuna, I met him because of his rant on Barney. That's how I met Kazuna. Then I added him after he was done being on hiatus on February 3rd, 2013. And then we talked a little bit, and then we didn't talk to each other for a long time, about a year. And then I decided we got to talk again. And then we added each other on Skype, and then he joined the Nick rant with Tyler. And then he said Nick was god-awful, and that was correct. And then we continue to Skype every Friday night now and talk about topics that bug us and what can it be improved. Yeah, we're doing live streams. Kazuna used to do live streams. He did a live stream 3 weeks ago. I think he has a gaming channel now. He's at 164 subscribers. And if you'd like to see anything about your channel, Kazuna, please do.
Well, I mean, I'm at 165 on my main channel. My gaming channel is only at 12, I think. But I do mostly live streaming on my gaming channel now, and I kind of, every now and again, I will do rants and stuff like that on my main channel, but I'm not as active on my main channel anymore.
Why don't you, I might be kind of interested in some of your channels. Why don't you post the links in Skype?
All right, yeah, we need your channel. I haven't subscribed to you, Logan, so I will go get your channel information too as we speak.
Yeah, did you want me to give you my channel? I don't know
Yeah.
if you necessarily like the content, but I could give it to you.
Yeah. It's my channel.
I'll send a link in the Skype. If I can.
Yeah, and you know something, Logan? Yeah, Mom. Yeah. Yeah, as we were saying though, we like to talk about topics that no one in school talks about. That's why we end up doing live streams on them.
Sorry, just an alarm just went off on my phone that turned into a Skype thing. Not on my computer. And actually, okay, I have a bone to pick with Apple. I've just gone through 3 different power adapters. Technically 4, actually. Okay. I've just gone through 3 different power adapters, and this next one will be my 4th. So I don't get me wrong, I love Apple products. Apple products are great, but their chargers are just so brittle. Like, okay, so I had a MacBook Pro. I bought it. Let's see, Mavericks came out in 2013, so I've had it since 2013. And then I think like a year later, the cord started fraying to a point where it wasn't salvageable. So I borrowed my brother's connector for a computer he didn't use anymore. Because like this is I purposely bought the older model because Apple got rid of the disk drive in the newer models, and that pisses me right the fuck off. So yeah, and then like I think like literally like a few weeks after that, that charger broke. So I went to Apple. I went through literal hell because like their policy said something about like, you know, if there's visible damage, we can't take care of it. So we basically bitched and moaned for quite a while. We posted on Apple's official Twitter that like this shit was happening to us. Eventually the guy just gave in and just gave us a fucking charger. So that happened, and now like maybe half a year later, this cord, it still technically works, but it's like the one part is like getting super hot, and it's like, well, it's really frayed now, and it's getting so hot that it's like it almost burns you to the touch, and you can almost smell like the smell of like burning plastic or burning aluminum, whatever. It's just bullshit.
Yeah, that is bullshit that they're making you go through such BS to get a new charger. I mean, it's their product. They need to, give you a replacement.
And not only that, it's a crappily made product. And like the new chargers, and thank God my computer's still under Apple Care. We purchased Apple Care, and actually, I did have a problem earlier this year with the computer, because I had a problem with the hard drive. Like I turned it on, it was kind of try to boot up, and then it would just go for like a little while. And I think there was like a problem with the hard drive or something like that. So we took it back, and then we took it to them, and thankfully they replaced it for free. Or they didn't replace it; they fixed the computer for free. And but yeah, the power adapter. I don't know if it was just a one guy or what, but we just had a bad experience. And usually Apple, the thing I like about Apple is that they do have very good experience.
So, and
usually they do have very good customer service. It's not like, some guy halfway across the world is some guy halfway across the world is just doing something. It's installing some program that may or may not, fix actually the problem, and then they'll charge you X amount of money to do that. Now, Apple is really their tech support and then their in-store support is really helpful.
And well, when I was in college, I actually had to do a research paper, and I decided to do, at the time, since I was working the same job, and I was, starting in the tech department. I figured, why not, write an essay and give a speech on computers. And Lenovo, being owned by IBM, is actually like one of the top in the market.
I thought they just got bought out by IBM, or was that a while ago?
That was a while ago.
Okay, sorry, I'm not familiar with that. But like, I think IBM still makes computers under the IBM name. Like, don't they still make the ThinkPads?
No, ThinkPad is now under the Lenovo name.
Oh, okay. I swear I've seen like IBM branded ThinkPads that are running like Windows 7 or Windows 8.
I mean, they might be making some, but I know the ones I get in my store are all the Lenovo branded ones, not the IBM ones. Though they may still exist, I'm not sure. I never really looked for any, because, but anyways, so while I was doing research for the paper, I had found out that, in the top 10 list of technical support, it goes Apple, Lenovo, and I think HP and Dell. It was like in the top 4, and in that order. So I decided to write my research paper on why you should buy Lenovo if you're going with a PC, because they are top of the list in terms of Windows.
Yeah, I mean, like HP and Dell. I don't think I've ever had to use. You know what? I feel like I do remember using Dell tech support, and it really was not that good.
I hated it. I called Dell tech support once, and I said, you know what, never again. I was like, you know what, next time I have an issue with my computer, I'll fix it my damn self.
Yeah, and like the thing was, I think the issue I had with the computer is one that seems like it would be able to be fixed pretty easily, but like you have to like jump through so many hoops in order to actually do it. I don't have the problem anymore because I just gave the computer to someone. But so I used to have a Dell, and this was like a computer I've had since like 2007. I had a Dell Inspiron 17, or is it Inspiron or Inspiron? I don't know. Whatever. 17.
Same difference.
Yeah, 1720. And it originally came packed with Windows Vista. I know, and then I upgraded it to Windows 8 Professional, and then I enjoyed that for quite a while. I might be the one person on the face of this earth that actually likes Windows 8.
I actually use it myself. I enjoy it. It's a really good operating system.
Yeah, I mean, like, it might be a different learning curve compared to like previous versions of Windows, but in my opinion, it's kind of better. And like Windows 10 even, like, it's a shame they got rid of the classic start menu, or not the classic start menu, the Metro UI. But what was I gonna say? But like, it's still pretty nice.
Yeah, I actually, before I got my new computer, my laptop had died on me, but I had the Windows 10 demo on my tablet, and it was fantastic. I loved it.
Yeah. But like, anyway, so here's to the point. Sorry, I got off topic. So I wanted to upgrade to 8.1 because there were a few features I liked. I forget specifically what they were, but there were quite a few features I liked in 8.1. But it wouldn't let me because it said the BIOS was updated and I need to replace that. So it seems like it would have been an easy thing, but like all the companies that are under the Microsoft that use Microsoft, and I don't know if I'm just generalizing or not, but I've just never had good technical support regarding Microsoft products in general.
Yeah, I'll be honest. I've never had good tech support or good experiences with their technical support. I've even on 2 occasions I actually had to go.
Oh, Microsoft's official tech support is crap.
Oh my god, I hated it. But the funny thing is I told them, I told the Microsoft technical support that I was using basically the exact same product key on multiple computers that it was not meant to be used for, and they told me they couldn't help me. And they whenever I told them this, they gave me like this awkward pause, and they're like, well, I can't help you because
I didn't even know you could do. I'm not even able to do that. Like the product key, like okay, so I did that. So I registered the Windows one, and then my MacBook, I at one point dual booted it with Windows 8, and and like it worked, but it was like in the corner, or like it restricted some of the features, and in the corner it said like this product is not activated. Please activate shit like that. So it still worked for as long as I had the boot camp partition, but that was always so. I called Microsoft Tech Support. They redirected me to I think 5 other people until one person just said yeah, you can't do that. And
you're not supposed to do it, but what it is you're not supposed to do it. However, with older versions of Windows in particular.
Yeah, I know. Like with Windows 7, you could.
Yeah, with Vista, you could do it all the time, but that's because they didn't really restrict it in the actual product codes. They never actually put into their databases and file system that you are only able to use this on one PC, and now they actually have that set up in their databases for 8 and above that it's for one PC, and that's all you get that product key for. Once it's been registered, that's it.
I'm just so glad that Windows Apple lit a fire under Microsoft's feet, because I mean Apple made OS 10 Mavericks free and then OS 10 Yosemite free, and then it finally lit a fire under Microsoft's feet that you know what, you shouldn't have to spend $70 on a new operating system for every computer that you want to buy it on. And I think they made Windows 10 free. Or no, wait, no, never mind. They made it free, I think, for a limited time.
Yeah, it's free for 6 months if you already have Windows 8 or 8.1.
Okay. Otherwise, it's what?
Otherwise, it's
$70, I assume.
I think it's starting off at 70, and then it's going to be another promotional period, and then it's going up to the standard 140.
Oh, is that how much? Because I remember I paid 70 for Windows 8 Pro, so that's or $69, something like that.
Yeah, it started off at with the original Windows 8. It started off at $40 as the promotional price for it, and then it was it went up to I think 79 after that, and then Windows 8.1 is at 99 for the standard, and at 119 or 129 I think for the professional version. But the price on it is actually pretty decent, I would say.
Yeah, and Microsoft, they just don't know what they're doing anymore. I really hate to say this, and I know I will probably offend someone. By saying this, but I mean, I think at some stage it might not be in the near future, but it will probably be in the distant future. They're going to go the way of BlackBerry and just pretty much fall off the face of the earth. Apart from a few niche markets that require it.
Well, actually, what Microsoft is talking about right now, and this has been a rumor going around for about a month now, Microsoft is actually planning on going open source after Windows 10.
So basically, we will fix the bugs for them.
Basically, and it's going to be basically the exact same as Linux. Every time something goes completely open source like that, what will happen, and it's a subsequent chain. Once it goes open source, it never gets anything done to it. So the thing with Linux is, yeah, it's open source, but once the main updates come out for that operating system, it's done. That's it. No one releases updates. Instead, they start working on the next version, and that's it. You know, it's not supported with security updates. But that's what I like about Windows is there's every week or two there are security updates that fix bugs, that correct other issues. There are always security updates being released. That is helpful. Even Mac I think does that, where there's security so often to patch bugs.
Definitely not as often as Windows.
Right, but I'm just saying, it does still happen with Macs that you're getting.
Well, I mean, yeah, like they have you'll have there'll be like 10.10, and then there'll be like 10.10.1, and just like regular firmware updates like that. But
right, I mean that does enhance security and enhances usability. Maybe adds a feature or two, but it's not as often as Windows does. Windows gets updates every fucking week, sometimes twice a week. But it's giving you good security. But with open source, what I'm afraid of is, when you go open source like that, all it takes is one asshole programmer to code a virus into the operating system that no antivirus will be able to detect because it's part of the operating system. You can't get rid of a part of the operating system. And, unless you know programming, it can go inside operating system and delete it out. But the thing is, all it takes is one asshole programmer who knows how to write a virus to put it into an open source, operating system that will read all of your, key clicks, all of your, credit card information, all of your banking information, your usernames, your passwords. It will store all of that into a database and send it right back to that person who added it into the code. And that's what I'm afraid of. Microsoft goes open source. I'm going to Mac.
Yeah, well, I pretty much already went to Mac a while ago, but that's neither here nor there.
My thing is, when I was in college and I started using Macs, that was literally my first experience with Macs, was using them in class. And I'll be honest, I never really liked the interface. I always liked that Windows is super self-explanatory. But
I always felt the exact opposite. My experience with Windows is that it was very non-self-explanatory. I mean, that's my personal opinion. That's just what I noticed.
I mean, I guess that's because I grew up with Windows, and
maybe.
Windows.
I kind of grew up with Windows too, but I mean, like, I don't know. I don't know. Maybe just for my personal needs, Mac just suits them. I guess I don't know.
I mean, everyone's different. I'm not going to rip on you because you're a Mac user, and I'm not a fan of Mac. Just like I would expect the same if you did not rip on me because I like Windows. It's different tastes.
Fuck you for liking it.
Well, fuck Mac and fuck you for liking it.
Okay, well, we're even.
Okay, now let's agree to disagree and go to Linux.
Okay, no, that would be a bad. No, let's agree to disagree and go to Chrome.
Oh my god, the Chrome.
Yeah, what the hell were they thinking, really?
It's a gigantic Android phone. Without the phone.
Yeah, I think the concept would be there, but no, it's just like a $200 web browser.
And that's exactly what it is. The one thing that I learned about Chrome that I didn't know before, I went to this Samsung event right before my old store manager quit. And
you went to the Samsung event?
Yeah, I went to a Samsung event. And they taught us a lot about the operating system and a lot about the features of their latest Samsung devices, as well as a lot of other really, really interesting information about the devices. And I was sitting there to ask this one question. I can't remember exactly how they put it. I think they asked us what sandbox is. And I said, well, basically like a virtual machine. You're running an operating system within an operating system. And that's exactly what Chrome is.
Yeah, I know. I mean, like, Chrome is basically just, Chrome is built off of Linux.
Yeah, and I legitimately didn't know that. I thought
So is Android.
Yeah, and I had no idea. I thought that it was like legitimately still an operating system of its own. It was run like a regular operating system, outside of the virtual environment.
But I mean, like, here's the thing, like, at this point, but I mean, like, at the point, I mean, like, what you could do is, like, okay, so, like, the computers are, like, what, $200-$300. At that point, you could get, like, a Nexus 7 or you could get, like, a Nexus 7 or a Nexus 8 or something like that, and a Bluetooth keyboard, and maybe pay, like, a little bit more.
Yeah, I mean, since you can't really receive anything directly to the device anyways, that's the one problem that a lot of people have is like they want storage space. They want to be able to access their files easily without needing an internet connection. You need an internet connection for that because you store everything in the cloud.
Yeah, and there's not even the problem with it's just like you basically strip the computer down, and I understand that it's good for education because I mean like in some circumstances all you need is like a web browser and like maybe a web-based workaround, but that's really only useful for like schooling.
Yeah, I mean that's actually what they kind of like during the
that's the reason that Chrome OS is actually. That's kind of why Chrome OS is kind of starting to take off now, is because like schooling and like our schools don't cheap out. We have like MacBook Airs and shit.
Yeah, that's good. Your school is being cheap, whereas some schools are just being like.
Unfortunately, we also have like 2008 iMacs on like OS 10.8, but.
Well, I mean, you can't expect perfection.
Yeah. And even our new MacBook Airs, which could easily be upgraded to the newest firmware for some reason, I think it might just be like a security reason or something like that. They're still on 10.9 Mavericks.
Sometimes it's for security purposes. Other times it's actually because it's cheaper. They do need to.
Yosemite's free.
Well, I mean, yeah, but it's most likely in that case just for security purposes. Yosemite may end up being more secure in the future, maybe in a future update. But when it comes to
I think that's what we said. Like usually, like update computers over the summer.
Right, because that's when like typically when an operating system's been out for 6 months to a year, that's when they want to update it because that's all of the bugs are worked out of it, all of the security updates are pretty much there, and it makes things a lot easier.
Yeah.
Plus the students aren't there, so they can they have all the time in the world to update everything, put in all of their information that they wanted to utilize. I think, in a sense, though, I kind of think that these schools are kind of stupid with all that stuff. It's like, look, you restrict the access to this stuff. I understand that you have a bunch of students, you don't want the students screwing stuff up, but putting all of that stuff in there, prevents students from doing certain things they end up needing to do.
I know.
Well, I know they do that on Windows. I don't know if they restrict anything on Macs, but that's how.
They do. Like well, what they do is like if you want to download certain things, you have to like put in an admin password. But like for example, call it? Like my one class, I was using, I can't remember what the program was called, but I think it was on like Google. It was like a 3D modeling program or thing. It's SketchUp. That's right, SketchUp. And
I haven't heard of that one.
I think it's like a free program. But anyway, so our computers run through a server. So basically, like, I can access, well, I'm sure you're aware of the concept of a server. So on the one computer I used, because I don't use the same computer every time, on the one computer I used, it said I needed a newer version of SketchUp. So I couldn't, and thankfully it worked, but like I couldn't drag it to like the applications folder. I had to run it like from the DMG because like because like if I wanted to like actually put it onto the computer, I would need to put in an admin password that obviously we don't get.
Yeah, that's kind of.
And now they're like restricting stuff on the Wi-Fi too. And like, you know what? And I basically, like, my friend told me how to set up a VPN network for free. I just did that.
Yeah, I think that's really stupid way that they do certain things. Yeah,
and I understand why they did that. They don't want to. I understand why they did that, but I mean, like, it kind of goes full circle around to, like, banning things doesn't work. There are ways to get around the ban, like, how people ban things on the, like, you can't access YouTube and Facebook on the Wi-Fi. Well, turn your LTE off. Well, turn your Wi-Fi off. Just run it off of LTE. Either that, or just just download a VPN on your phone or your tablet.
Oh wow! I'm actually looking up SketchUp right now online, and it's $500.
What? Oh Jesus!
No, that's I think for the pro. That's for the pro version. I know there is
maybe I don't know.
Yeah, on their site it does list that there's a free version of it, but holy crap, the pro version is $500.
It better freaking cure my blindness for $500.
I know, seriously.
Dude, and like there's some editing programs that are like really expensive too. I mean like Final Cut. Okay, so like for like a few more features, I mean like that's really all it is now. Because I mean like they've like in the new versions of Final Cut, they basically reduced it to like a child's toy.
Yeah.
So like you have to. It's really like almost the same as iMovie at this stage. So you can have iMovie, or you can have slightly better iMovie for an extra $300.
Whichever one is free, I'll take it.
Yeah, I mean iMovie comes free with your computer.
If you buy a Mac, of course.
If you buy a Mac, if you're doing like a Hackintosh, pretty much anything. Like my friend did a Hackintosh, and holy hell, there were just so many problems. Yeah, I mean like iMessage, like Apple will actually track whether if the serial number with the computer doesn't actually match the serial number with the OS, then Apple will restrict like anything that requires an Apple ID. So like iMessage, FaceTime, email, things like that, and also like just Hackintoshes run like absolute shit.
Yeah.
It's basically Apple has you by the balls. Either buy our $100 computer or buy a considerably less computer, a computer for significantly less money but the same specs, but run our system like shit.
Yeah, I mean, I I'd love to get back one day and actually like spend the time to learn the operating system and everything. But my problem is like I'm never gonna have the money to buy that. You know, it's
well, I mean, like what you could do. I mean, you could run a Hackintosh. I mean, like I said, it's not perfect, but you know, it would kind of give you the ability to use the OS.
Sure.
Kind of like try it out. Like what my friend did, he used like it wasn't VirtualBox, it was some other program. I think it was VMware, and he got a Hackintosh.
Yeah. Do you know Vine Sauce on YouTube?
No.
Check out Vine Sauce Joel. He actually does a video on. He actually installs Mac, and it actually runs really well in a virtual machine. And I have no idea how he does this. I mean,
He must have like a really high specs computer or something.
He must, and it runs really well on his computer, and it seems like he has access to everything on it. So for it being a Hackintosh within a virtual environment, it runs.
There might be like some sort of workaround you can get, but I just haven't found it.
But he does a video of him destroying this thing by like trying to give it viruses and shit. And in the end of it, since he can't destroy it, he does two things. The first way he destroys it is through the command line, and then the other way he destroys it is through a game called lose-lose.
I've never heard of that one, but yeah, there's definitely ways you can do it through the command line. Like there's definitely codes that'll allow you to like freeze the OS and just like completely terminate it.
Yeah, that's what he did the first run through it. Yeah, that's what he did the first run through it. Is he did that to where it couldn't boot the kernel, and then after that he goes in and he plays a game called lose-lose. So what it is every time you kill in lose-lose, it destroys one of your files.
Oh my god!
Like that game, it completely annihilates your operating system.
Oh my god! It's like who the fuck thought that was a good idea?
Yeah, so
what the programmer thought that was a good idea to do?
I don't know, but it's basically a gigantic game of asteroids. You're playing as a spaceship, and you have these corrupted looking things flying at you, and every time you shoot one of them and destroy it, it shows you what it deleted. So he shows him deleting like PDFs and stuff like that. So he's shooting at these random things. One explodes and it says PDF. Another one explodes and it shows like something else in the operating system. It's freaking insane.
Oh my god! Have you ever heard of Computer Clan?
I have not.
Oh, they're like a really good techie channel. Hold on, I'll have to. Shit, I can't. Yeah, Skype's being I can't yet. Can you like put some stuff in notes?
Like, what do you mean in notes?
Like just like write down some channels. Because I can't like send you a URL. Because yeah, it's this being stupid.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, so first one is the Computer Clan. I actually was on. They do like a live stream every Friday. I was actually in one of their live streams. What I did, I tried out to be in there, and I didn't make the cuts because I was awful. Yeah, it's not my proudest moment. But, you know.
What was it? Like, what did you have to do?
I was part of the I was a co-host.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and then if you want to subscribe to my two channels, well, 3 channels, but like I don't know. One is One is, and this is all one word, L-D-E-I-N-E-R Productions. So L Diener Productions.
Or just leave a link in the description below.
Huh?
Just give us a link in the description below, so we can get to your channel.
I can't give you a link. I'm sorry.
How come?
Hold on. Let me.
No, I'll find it. Don't worry. Don't you worry. Don't mean to be a burden to you.
I'm on my phone, so I can't link it. I could link you one of my videos.
Aldenier Productions.
L-D-E-I-N-E-R Productions.
Okay, what's the next one?
My other channel, this is like sort of like a miscellaneous channel. It's just called Logan Diener. Or actually, no, never mind. I actually changed the name of it. It's called L Diener Space Miscellaneous.
Wait, are you LED Productions?
Huh?
Are you LED Productions?
L Diener Productions, yes.
Oh, Aldiner, not LED.
No, not LED Productions. Hold on, I'll send you the link to one of my videos.
Alright, yes please, because I'm having trouble finding it.
Are you able to see the chat there?
Yeah, if not, just ask.
Okay, because I left the links to both of my channels in there as well.
Yeah, same here. It's just my name. My birth name.
I have, okay, so Olivian Hada, something like that?
Yeah, it's whatever it's spelled, there it is.
Or, I don't remember. I probably pronounced it wrong, but I just don't give a fuck.
Oh well. Oh, I'll just find a channel then, I guess.
Yeah, that looks right. I'll just subscribe to that. If it's not you, then I just subscribe to some random idiot.
That's fine.
And if it is right, I still subscribe to a random idiot.
How many subscribers do you have on Logan?
Something along the lines of like 80 something. I'm not very good on here.
Same here. It's so hard. You literally have to have a break to get like all
Yeah,
the
I mean like if you go on like news sites like Periscope and Meerkat, like for example, like just a big iPhone only, but you can do like you can sort of do like live streams, and there's a few people on there who can kind of have some talent, but I mean like I just like this morning, for example, or this afternoon, I just did a live stream where I was just sitting up office and just talking to people, and that got like 8 people watching it.
Not doing well at all on YouTube.
Did you do a video about Zelda: A Link to the Past, Wall Glitch, Wii U, Wii Virtual Console?
Yes.
Okay, in that case, I'll just subscribe to.
Yeah, and I did that. I actually did that Zelda Wall Glitch on the Wii Virtual Console. I did that while I was drunk.
That's awesome. But yeah, I just posted the link to one of my videos.
Alright, let's put it in then. And then I'll find your channel, I'll subscribe to you. Good. We need to have more. We need more Skype guests and subscribers to talk to. Most subscribers are just there, sadly.
Yeah, let's get PewDiePie.
Oh, ew. Sorry, man.
he has subscribers. You know what, PewDiePie? Just give me some of your subscribers.
PewDiePie don't even deserve 5 million
I'm sure he
subscribers.
doesn't need them.
No.
I don't know, like, some people, like, my girlfriend really likes PewDiePie. I don't know, I'm just not huge into gaming videos, so yeah, I'm not a huge fan of PewDiePie personally, but like I don't know, I think he's talented, I suppose.
No, that's not talent.
To watch
It's like he does some stuff that like. I'm sorry. Okay. I was just gonna say that I got like I've seen some videos that weren't gaming videos. Like I think he did one that was like Cards Against Humanity that my girlfriend sent me, and that was
that's the one that got me to that's the one that got me to start watching him, was that Cards Against Humanity one. I don't even know how I
didn't even know what Cards Against Humanity really is, but like I just thought it was kind of funny.
Yeah, that's it. There's a game store in my area called Game Masters Room, and I was talking to them about card games because I found this really weird one called Rocket Jacker at their store. And I was talking to them about that, and they told me, it's a really good game, and that's Cards Against Humanity. So I was looking up videos, and I found PewDiePie's video on it. It was like literally the first one that he placed. I was like, oh, okay, so this looks interesting. So
I think he played it with his girlfriend too.
He played it with his girlfriend. Yeah, he played it with his girlfriend, and it was funny as fuck.
Yeah.
I was like, I've been an off and on subscriber of his for a while. Like I've
never subscribed to his videos because, like I said, I'm not really much into like Let's Plays and stuff. I still have like a whole bunch of video game systems, like mostly in Pac-Man. Like I used to be really into gaming, then I just kind of packed some shit away. Like have you ever seen one of the original Nintendos, like the ones that like open up like a VCR?
I used to have one. It got lost when we moved.
Yeah, so I have that one, and let me tell you, it was a pain in the ass, okay? So I got it, and like the 72-pin kind of worked, but like, you still had to like, jiggle the card around a bit to like kind of get it to work. So I think I'm just gonna say, I did two things to it. One, I bought a new 72-pin off of eBay for like $10, and then I just I replaced the pins, and then I did I disabled what was called the 10 NES chip, and what that is, it was sort of like so basically like if you don't know, the video game crash in like 1983. That happened because there were so many crappy games by like third-party developers that weren't licensed by the official developer. Like for example, like there was like Texas Chainsaw Massacre for the Atari 2600 and other stuff like that. But
Right.
But like what was the other one that was like really bad? There was like the one that was like there was like a hide and seek game for the Atari too. Anyway, but so what Nintendo did to kind of remedy that in America, they put a 10 NES chip in there, which didn't really help anyway because there were still a lot of unlicensed games like Tangent, which was like a sub company of Atari at one point. They started releasing unlicensed games, and what a lot of these companies would do, well, they had a few different methods. What some companies would do, they had like a thing inside of it that would just stun the 10 NES chip, and it would just like temporarily deactivate it. And what other things would do, like the Game Genie, that was like a cheating device, and that and that disabled the 10 NES chip by putting by like allowing you to put in another game into it. So but if you actually, what the 10 NES chip does, and that's why the light always blinks. If you put in a game that isn't licensed by Nintendo, in theory, it's supposed to make the power just randomly flash on and off in like an infinite loop. But what you can do is, and it's a pretty easy thing, you just take the system apart, go under the circuit board, get like a pair of like needle nose pliers, and then you just like wiggle out one of the metal prongs, and that disables the 10 NES chip. And that worked for like a year, but then like this brand new 72-pin connector started failing again. So like I just did not like that. And then I got a Retron 3 thinking that would solve my problems. It did not. I hate the Retron 3 with a passion.
Did you try cleaning out the pins of the game? A little bit.
Oh yeah, I did that all the time with like alcohol and shit.
Okay. Did you ever try? I think they used to make a cleaning cartridge for those. You could just like
those are just so yeah.
I've always had success with my Nintendo consoles. I've bought multiple original NESs, electric Super Nintendos, and 64s. I've bought so many Nintendo consoles. I've never had any issues with any of them. Yeah, every now and again you do have to wiggle the cartridge to get it to work, but I mean that's the problem with cartridge-based games is they do deteriorate.
Like a VCR. And like the Super Nintendos are perfect. Like, you know, I have a Super Nintendo, I have a Sega Genesis, I have the Model 1 and the smaller one, the Model 2. I even have a Sega Nomad, which I paid like $40 for, which really good deal.
Definitely a good deal there.
Yeah. Unfortunately, I think now there's like some problem with the screen and like whenever I got it, there was a problem with the volume knob, but I don't remember. I don't know, something like it. And then, let's see, I have a Nintendo 64. I have a Intellivision. I don't even know if you know what that is.
I know what it is, but I've never grabbed one.
Have you ever seen the Angry Video Game Nerd?
Yeah, I actually that's actually the most recent thing on my channel is playing the Angry Video Game Nerd video game.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I
always wanted to play that. I heard it was really hard.
Oh my god, I wanted to shoot my fucking brains out.
I don't have here's the thing, here's the thing, I don't have Steam, and I don't want to figure out how Steam works just for the one game that I have to be interested in playing.
Do you have a Wii U? Do you have a Wii U?
I don't have a Wii U now. I have an original Wii, but not a Wii U.
If you ever get a Wii U, it's actually in the eShop for $10.
$10? How much is it on Steam?
I don't know, because I don't use Steam.
Is that what you did? It's like you bought it and then just like ran like an Elgato or something like that?
No, I have it on my Wii U. You buy it in the eShop, it downloads to your Wii U console or to an external hard drive if you have one, and you play it right there on your console.
So the video, did you just use like a game capture like an Elgato or something like that?
Yeah, I have a, I don't even know how to pronounce it, Habu Gouge or whatever. Yeah, the HD PVR Rocket.
Yeah, I've heard of those. I hear those are really good.
They are really good, but it corrupted one of my flash drives. I don't know how. The flash drive was working perfectly fine. I pulled the videos off of it, plugged it back in, and went to record something else. It recorded just fine. Like there were no issues on it showing that it wasn't recording or anything. When I watched the playback of it, everything was blocked.
Yeah, I might I want to get a Wii U, but like the thing that has me worried is like Nintendo's already announced that they're going to have a new console.
Yeah, next year. Well, next year they're announcing it, but I don't think we're gonna actually see it until 2017.
Have you ever watched Review Tech USA? Check that one out, Review Tech USA. It's really nice. They do a lot of gaming videos. He also has like a backup channel that's really good. I'll send you the videos from those. So Review Tech USA, I'll just send like his most recent video.
Hey, what's up, guys?
What's up? Glad to be a part of this.
We only have 10 minutes left.
Hey, smoke weed every day.
Yokozuna, Jomar wants to add you on Skype.
Send me a request, send me a request, I'll accept it.
Yeah, I have to end the call at 10 at my time.
It's really Tech USA.
I have to end the call pretty soon. I have to enter the live stream pretty soon. At like 10. My parents told me I had to shut it off by 10.
Alright. There it is. And then, what was the other one? Harlem.
But we got
I don't know if that's a reference to something or what, but there you go. I want to get a Wii, but when do you think the next generation console is going to come out?
I would have to say either very late of next year, but they're supposed to announce it at E3. There's no way they're going to announce it at E3 and it come out that same year. It's not likely to happen. They've never been known to announce it at E3 for the very first time and then release it. So unless they announce it at this year's E3 and are just, they've been teasing all year saying Smash Bros. Isn't going to get DLC. It got DLC. They've been lying all year about different things. So, the fact that they've been lying about so much stuff, they can say, oh yeah, we're going to announce the next generation console in 2016, and they can come up at E3 and announce it right there on the spot, catching everyone by surprise. And then now, they're going to say, we're going to release more information on it in 2016 E3, plus it's going to be out by, holiday season of 2016. Now you run into issues.
Okay, but here is the thing. Nintendo, what were you thinking when you released the new 3DS?
I have to end the call soon, gentlemen.
No idea. Hey, Logan, what's up? Oh, hey, Brandon. No, I need to. I hate Apple. Anyway, I was just talking to these people about
Yeah, let Jomar talk. He hasn't been able to talk at all.
Can I just, this is just kind of getting distracting. Can I, call another time?
Yeah, we have to end the live stream soon.
Yeah, can I,
Yeah.
You two send me a friend request. Okay.
I have to end it in like 2 minutes. about to go to bed. I have to end the call soon, gentlemen. Sorry about this. Alright, so guys, send each other a friend request if you guys can. I do. Yeah, Mom. Yeah, I'm about to. Alright. Bye, gentlemen. I have to go now. Sorry about this.